The Steet Ponte Auto Group in Yorkville and Herkimer and Turnbull Insurance Service since 1866 present Mohawk Valley Living, exploring the arts, culture, and heritage of our region. Pick up the new December issue of Mohawk Valley Living magazine, our most jam-packed issue yet, featuring our Christmas Family Fun Guide. Available for free exclusively at hundreds of advertiser locations and online at mohawkvalleyliving.com. We're happy to announce the new Mohawk Valley Living online events calendar, filled with things to do and free stuff too. You can even add your own club or organization's events for free. Go online to mohawkvalleyliving.com and check out our new events calendar.
Inspiring Monday, where the three rivers meet. And I swear that girl put a spell on me.
We travel over the East Canada Creek to where Dowlge built his home. His magnificent mansion overlooked the powerful creek and his felt mill.
So you don't have any dough, you don't even have pockets, but you got your baby around your neck and a locket on.
The interior is trimmed in local wood. Mr. Dowlge had the finest craftsmen from Germany carve intricate designs everywhere you look.
And the wheel spins, round it goes, where it's gonna stop. Now nobody knows. Wheel spins, and you don't win. I'm gonna give you something.
I'm in the Alfred Dowlge home and it overlooks the mill. He spared absolutely no expense here. Every room you go into, there's wood, carved wood, from ceiling to parquet floor. It's unlike anything I've seen anywhere in this part of the country. There are porches on every side of the house, and the serenity here. I would just like to be able to live here for a while to do some writing, because you'd have to be incredibly inspired by the beautiful surroundings.
Sadly, Alfred Dowlge only resided here for 3 years. After major investments in the railroad and financial difficulties, he left Dowlgeville in 1898. At the end of his life, he chose to be returned to be buried in the town that bears his name. The Steet Ponte Auto Group is proud to bring Mohawk Valley Living to you each week, serving the Utica area and the Valley with outstanding customer service. In Yorkville at Steet Ponte Ford Lincoln Mazda, Steet Ponte Volkswagen, and Steet Toyota Scion. And in Herkimer at Steet Ponte Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's so easy to do business with Steet Ponte. You go the extra mile for your small business and should expect the same from your insurance company. For over 140 years, Turnbull Insurance Service has been committed to local small business. For your commercial coverage, turn to the company ready to go that extra mile. Turn to Turnbull.
I love Mohawk Valley Living.
I love Mohawk Valley Living.
I love Mohawk Valley Living.
I absolutely love Mohawk Valley Living.
I love Mohawk Valley Living.
Reserve your tickets now for the Nutcracker with Utica Dance, featuring live musical accompaniment by the Hamilton College Orchestra, Saturday and Sunday, December 13th and 14th at 7:30 p.m. Utica Dance will also feature 2 matinee performances at 2 p.m. at the Wellen Hall Schambach Center for Music and the Performing Arts at Hamilton College in Clinton.
Now through December 31st, visit Cooperstown and the Fenimore Art Museum's new exhibition, Dorothea Lange's America. Explore Lange's intriguing Depression-era photographic images of migrant workers, suffering families, and tortured landscapes.
For more information, visit FenimoreArtMuseum.org.
The Fenimore Art Museum, overlooking Otsego Lake in Cooperstown. Great American art in a beautiful setting.
Melrose Supermarket is your family hometown market, known for their choice hand-cut meats, homemade breads, and fresh pastas and salads. Check out the weekly specials at Melrose Supermarket, East Main Street in Frankfort. Design it your way at Adirondack Furniture. Whether you're looking for furniture for your bedroom, living room, or dining room, you get to choose your style, wood type, finish, fabric, and hardware. American Made gives you the freedom of choice. Shop Adirondack Furniture for the best quality and price for solid wood furniture made in the USA. Ask about 0% financing and free delivery. Adirondack Furniture, Riverside Center, North Utica, and online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com. Sparkle this season with fashions from the Village Crossing. New sweaters, scarves, gloves, boots, and accessories are arriving daily. Sparkle with fashions from the Village Crossing in Clinton. We visit pretty Main Street in Poland and wonder what it was like when the settlers first developed this region. For a look back, we visit the pretty little stucco building on Main Street, which is the town library, donated to the town by Hattie and John Forrest. Librarian and town historian Paula Johnson recently researched and produced 3 publications about early transportation in the town of Russia.
According to different documentation, back in the mid-1800s, there were more bridges in the town of Russia than anywhere in the area, and it was mainly because we were along Cobrook Stream and West Canada Creek and a lot of feeder brooks, and if people were going anywhere, they had to have bridges. We're not talking our big fancy bridges, we're just talking little plank bridges and ones that the farmer put up for himself. Mud season, you didn't go anywhere, early spring, and winter was the best time to travel because you could go cross country and go over people's fences, and you just had wagons and buggies and sleighs. In any old diary you read, the first thing they mention is the weather, and that's where whether they traveled that day was according to the weather. So you needed bridges just to get from even one village to another.
In the heart of this community was a church established in 1818. The church is still used today on special occasions. Right next door to the church is a tiny little schoolhouse. The church, the schoolhouse, and the surrounding homes are now designated as Russia's historic district. Now it's time for a little modern transportation. We head past the Poland School and Sweetie Pies to the American Legion Post 1118. The Ohio Ridge Riders keep this parking lot and hillside groomed. You can bring the kids sledding or start your snowmobile trip right here.
I'm Carl Irwin, and I've been with the Ohio Ridge Riders since about 1990. Yep. Basically now I'm a snow bash chairman. We have that race every year. And I spend most of my winter grooming the trails with this machine. This is an LMC groomer, track groomer. The club's responsible for like 97 miles of trails. I groom from Norway to Hinckley on the military road, and from Poland to Ohio. And we have another groomer up there that takes care of the northern trails. All depends on the conditions, how much snow we get, but we're usually out every day for 6 or 7 hours a day. It's a real early start this year. Usually, this is the first year I've ever had this groomer out before the first of the year. They always snowmobile before that, but we never have enough snow to groom until January. But this year we're doing a little bit now.
It's a snowmobile's paradise out here, where winter comes early and stays late. From here in Russia, you can head almost anywhere. We head up the trail and into the Adirondack Park. About 20 to 25 minutes from Russia, right on the trail, is Haskell's Restaurant. It was here in 1968 where 9 people got together for the first meeting of the Ohio Ridge Riders.
I probably was one of the charter members back in the 60s. In fact, we met right here in the dining room, and there were probably 8 to 10 members. My husband, Bill, Charlie Redmond, Jim O'Connor, and I don't remember the rest of them. That's quite a few years back. And we just decided we'd get together and perhaps make a clubhouse up and back, which we did. Ian has been here probably since the 30s. John Haskell started the name, and since then there have been quite a few owners. The most memorable ones were Mark Thompson and Lyle Thompson and Hack Coleman. It's a stop on the trail on the main corridor from here to Poland, or from Poland to Pasico. This is right on the main drag, and it's just where you're going to meet all of your friends If there's a few flakes of snow, we start.
The Steet Ponte Auto Group is proud to bring Mohawk Valley Living to you each week, serving the Utica area and the Valley with outstanding customer service. In Yorkville at Steet Ponte Ford Lincoln Mazda, Steet Ponte Volkswagen, and Steet Toyota Scion. And in Herkimer at Steet Ponte Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's so easy to do business with Steet Ponte.
Welcome to the Little Falls Antique Center in the shops at 25 West. Come on in and browse thousands of unique items that change on a daily basis. Shop for yourself or for someone else. We're open every day from 10 to 5. We look forward to your visit here at historic Canal Place in Little Falls.
Pick up the new December issue of Mohawk Valley Living magazine, our most jam-packed issue yet, featuring our Christmas Family Fun Guide. Available for free exclusively at hundreds of advertiser locations and online at mohawkvalleyliving.com. Reserve your tickets now for the Nutcracker with Utica Dance, featuring live musical accompaniment by the Hamilton College Orchestra, Saturday and Sunday, December 13th and 14th at 7:30 p.m. Utica Dance will also feature 2 matinee performances at 2 p.m. at the Wellen Hall Schambach Center for Music and the Performing Arts at Hamilton College in Clinton. Call Yannick Excavating for all your residential and commercial projects, from new construction and land clearing to septic systems, driveways, basements, ponds, and topsoil. Visit yannickexcavating.com. Meelan's Market is your holiday meat headquarters, featuring low-salt, low-fat smoked ham and store-made kielbasa. Try their famous crown roast of pork or prime rib, and be sure to pre-order your fresh seafood and shrimp platters. Meelan's Market at the Four Corners in Clark Mills. Tom's Natural Foods is your connection to local farms for natural and organic fruits and vegetables, meats, eggs, cheeses, and other milk products. At Tom's Natural Foods in Clinton, naturally.
The people you know, the rock you love, and more songs per hour. 92.7 FM, The Drive, Central New York's locally owned independent rock station.
Just across the street from the Suter Mansion is the 1835 Reformed Church, the last of 4 churches built upon this site. Tours of the church are available through the Herkimer County Historical Society. Marge Anderson, a member of the church, was kind enough to give us a tour.
And, this church was established in 1723, and it was just a log church at the time, octagon log church. And it was burned by the Indians in 1757. And then soon after, we don't know what the next one looked like, they said it was just an ordinary Dutch church. And although it did house a lot of soldiers when they were building Fort Dayton, and it was burned sometime after the Revolutionary War. We're not sure of the year because we have no pictures of it. And so then the third one was built, and that was built in 1801. We know that. We have pictures of it. And it was burned by the prisoners in the jail across the street. They were trying to get out, and I guess they had newspapers on the wall to help, kind of insulate the building, but had lamps. And they started the fire, burned the jail down, and the shingles from the roof blew across the road and burned down the church. And so that was in 1834. And then they built the church in 1835 to replace it on the same site. And it was built of brick. And the jail was built of stone. So they've survived these many years. The walls were done by the Lewis Comfort Tiffany Company. And they were done in 1912 as a gift of one of the parishioners, and also the organ was given at the same time. They're done kind of like a fresco is done. They were done into wet plaster.
We head from church to breaking bread in the German tradition at Heidelberg Baking Company.
Well, I'll count all my blessings. I won't wonder why now that you're gone. Now that you're gone. Now that you're gone. Now that you're gone, I'm feeling I'm gonna.
It's a pleasure having you here. And allow me to introduce myself. My name is Boyd Bissell. I run Heidelberg Bakery, which I founded about 25 years ago. I was always a food person, and I began as a chef many years ago. I traveled to France to learn to be a chef, and in the process I became quite infatuated with some of the great breads I saw. And so that after I'd been in the restaurant business for probably 20 years, I decided to open the bakery. And it's been very rewarding. I enjoy what I do. I love making bread, and I enjoy making people happy with my product. I can't give away my trade secrets, but I can tell you this. We spend a lot of time preparing our dough to make this kind of bread. It takes us a long time. It takes us a lot of people and incur a lot of expense to do it. But we wind up with a bread that is really great and you don't find in too many places. So I'm very pleased to have my oldest son with me. He is, at this point, he's my head baker, and he has truly mastered the art. He makes the finest bread that I've tasted, almost better than I'm able to do. And so I'm very, very pleased with this.
It's very fast-paced, and you got to be on your toes all the time. Otherwise, you could lose the bread. Yeah. It has to have the right crust and the right texture, and the right color. Color is important.
On a weekly average, I'm thinking we're baking somewhere between 30 and 35,000 loaves of bread. And some of the days we probably go as high as 8,000 loaves, and on a slower day a few less than that. Our bread is available in all of the supermarkets in the Mohawk Valley area. Beyond the Mohawk Valley, we sell our bread in Binghamton and Ithaca, Cortland. We sell it in Syracuse. We sell it up and down the Hudson Valley from Albany down to Poughkeepsie. And we go north as far as Saratoga and Glens Falls. Okay. The picture on the package is a portrait, an original work of art. It was a portrait of an Austrian lady that I found about 20-some years ago. And when I saw it, I said, wow, I said, this would make a great label. So that's the story behind the portrait. This area here that we're in serves as our retail store for our bread and our pastries, and it also serves as a very pleasant little cafe with a European flair for people to come and enjoy lunch. Since we are German in name and in spirit too, I might add, we try to feature some things that are typically Germanic or maybe in some other way European. Occasionally we do schnitzels, or we'll do a German sauerbraten. We sometimes feature the German platter, what they call the Schlachtplatter in German, and we feature it with 3 different kinds of wurst and potato and sauerkraut, so it's a fun experience for people. The cafe is open 7 days a week from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. Bread was always thought of as a staff of life. In worse times, you were lucky to have your bread, and in better times, a good bread can really make a meal.
Just across from the Thruway exit in Herkimer, Gems Along the Mohawk welcomes visitors to the Mohawk Valley.
Welcome to Gems Along the Mohawk. My name is Susan Skyber, and I'm the manager here at Gems. And what we are is the Mohawk Valley Visitor Center. We have over 60 vendors, like 60 little stores under one roof. We also have the Waterfront Grill, which is a fabulous restaurant. And in the summer, May through October, I believe, is Little Diamond Cruises, which is a 2-hour cruise along the Erie Canal and goes through the locks in Little Falls. And all of our vendors got their start in Central New York. We go from Old Forge to Albany and Oneonta to Syracuse. We are open 7 days a week because we are the Mohawk Valley Visitor Center as well. And we are open from 9 till 7, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 8, Fridays and Saturdays, and 11 to 7 on Sundays. And that's our hours from January through March.
To see what we can see, traveling round the Mohawk Valley. Let's see what we can see. It's time for the Cooper Group's road trip.
When planning your family's future, turn to the principles of the past. Turn to Turnbull. Turnbull Insurance Service is an independent agency representing the most dependable companies for all your insurance needs, as well as complete financial planning and wealth management. Call today for a free assessment. Reserve your tickets now for the Nutcracker with Utica Dance, featuring live musical accompaniment by the Hamilton College Orchestra, Saturday and Sunday, December 13th and 14th at 7:30 p.m. Utica Dance will also feature 2 matinee performances at 2 p.m. at the Wellen Hall Schambach Center for Music and the Performing Arts at Hamilton College in Clinton.
Now through December 31st, visit Cooperstown and the Fenimore Art Museum's new exhibition, Dorothea Lange's America. Explore Lange's intriguing Depression-era photographic images of migrant workers, suffering families, and tortured landscapes.
For more information, visit FenimoreArtMuseum.org.
The Fenimore Art Museum, overlooking Otsego Lake in Cooperstown. Great American art in a beautiful setting.
Pick up the new December issue of Mohawk Valley Living magazine, our most jam-packed issue yet, featuring our Christmas Family Fun Guide. Available for free exclusively at hundreds of advertiser locations and online at MohawkValleyLiving.com. Paca Gardens has the largest selection of the finest alpaca clothing and products in central New York. The store has doubled in size and features hundreds of sweaters for men, women, and children starting at just $39.95. There are also dozens of styles of soft alpaca socks in a rainbow of colors, including therapeutic socks to aid circulation. There are also warm hats, mittens, and scarves. Paca Gardens offers layaway and gift certificates and is open 7 days a week through Christmas at 27 West Main Street in Little Falls. Winter fashion begins at the Village Crossing. Save 20% all this week on all sweaters, including Made in America by Margaret Winters. Save on sweaters this week at the Village Crossing in Clinton.
I, R.A. Dudrak, the Window King, invite you to visit our showroom in Holland Patent, or we'll come to your home by appointment. We've been installing replacement windows for over 45 years. Keep your palace cool in the summer and warm in the winter by adding new windows. Many styles and selections to choose from. Bay, bow, garden, and double hung, single hung, and slider windows. The Window King also introduces color replacement windows. So take a short drive to R.A. Dudrak, Holland Patent, and tell them the Window King sent you.
Expecting company? Just call Deansborough Superette. They prepare delicious Middle Eastern platters for any number of guests. Call 841-4377. It's a snowy day as we leave Utica and head up Route 12 to Route 8 and into the town of Russia. Settled in 1792, the town consists of the village of Poland and Coldbrook and the hamlets of Gravesville, Russia Corners, Grant, and Hinckley. Our tour, which began in a blizzard, quickly turned to clear blue skies and a fresh blanket of snow.
I'm Frances Stanley, supervisor for the town of Russia, northern Herkimer County. We're a rural town. We have the Poland Central School District. Most of the people in our town commute to work in the cities. Things to do in our town are snowmobiling, cross-country skiing. Most people in our area are very active in the school activities, following the ball sport, the sports teams.
Well, the biggest thing in our area for the winter would be cross-country skiing and snowshoeing, and also for snowmobiling. And in my area, in Grant, you can come and you can go right up on Stormy Hill Road. You can ski out into the town of Ohio from there and go out into all different areas from up there. There's several different dirt roads that aren't plowed in the winter, and it's great skiing. There's also the Hinckley Day Use area right there, and a lot of people love to ski down in that.
Next week, we'll visit these ski trails and snowmobile trails with the Ohio Ridge Riders Snowmobile Club. It's beautiful country out here in Russia, with all the hills and streams making for an interesting landscape, but it must have been a challenging environment for those early settlers. We visit the historic district and the home of Giles and Betty Kelly, who seem quite comfortable and well adapted to their environment.
Well, we had 4 children and lived in Utica and wanted to get out in the country, and we just found it in 1965. It was built by a Revolutionary War soldier. He came from Connecticut, And of course, after the Revolutionary War, many soldiers found property here when they fought the battles at Oriskany and so forth and liked the area. We live with 1 foot outdoors, so therefore we don't fuss much about restoring or fixing up. But it's very comfortable, and we just like the old feel.
The Kellys' home is comfortable, and we'd love to stay, but we have more to see. We head out, enjoying Betty's homemade cookies that somehow got in our truck. We head into Gravesville and the Gravesville store. Just imagine the people who have walked through these doors over the last 200 years. Built as a general store around 1817, it has had 26 owners, but no one has owned it as long as Ron Przalski, the current owner of 37 years. We head from a 200-year-old business to a 2-year-old business, a new bakery in Poland. But first we take a drive through the town park, which makes us wish we brought our skis. We head up Route 8 just past the Poland schools to Sweetie Pie's Bakery and Cafe. Sweetie Pie's is open Wednesday through Friday 6 a.m. to 4 and Saturday and Sunday 7:30 to noon.
Well, I'll count all my blessings. I won't wonder why now that you're gone.
I'm Krista Stupka, and we are at Sweetie Pie's Bakery and Cafe. Sweetie Pie's was a dream of mine that we got to do. We built this ourselves. It kind of came about always baking, always making stuff, bringing it into work. People would order stuff at the holidays, and they kept saying, you know, there's no bakeries around here. We should, you know, build something. So I talked my husband into it, and here it is. We built this ourselves, so we're very proud of it. I have regulars that have been here every day since I opened. They get their coffee, they get their donuts, their Snicker bars that I make homemade, baklava they come in here for, their decorated cakes, whatever they need a fix for. And a lot of times I see them pulling in the driveway and I have it ready for them on the counter because you just know. It's a small town and you just know what they want.
I count all my blessings. I won't wonder why now.
If you have to get lost in a blizzard, do it like I did today and end up in a place like Sweetie Pie's. I have just had two of my favorite things in life, a pork barbecue sandwich and a homemade cinnamon bun. And I'm telling you, all I can say is thank you, or as they say in Polish, we're in Poland, dziękuję to Krista and these wonderful, wonderful cinnamon buns and everything else you have here. Thank you.
Got a head like a bee.